Hey, I'm Matt and welcome to my training DVD. Today I'm going to teach you how to spray tan like a pro. We're going to cover off the correct preparation, application, aftercare and all the tips and tricks that are guaranteed to make you a spray tan professional. Now before we do any spraying, we're going to cover off the correct prep. It's important that you tell your clients to do their shaving and waxing 24 hours before the tan. On the day of the tan, they can't wear any moisturisers, perfumes or deodorants, as this could act as a barrier and could cause the tan to either not work or look patchy. It's important that you understand, as a spray tan professional, that the difference between a good tan and a bad tan can come down to the preparation. So this is something you need to focus on when you're talking to your clients when they book in. Okay, so now it's time to do some spraying. You want to get your client to put their hair up. This is going to get it out of the way, make sure that's not an issue. Now we always start with the back and we do that for two reasons. The first reason, if the gun does anything weird, we can see it and they can't. Secondly, if it's their first tan, could be a little bit nervous, so it's much nicer to start with your back than it is to start full frontal. It's important that your client assumes the correct position, so we want arms up and wide apart so that there's no lines across the back. We also want to make sure their palms are down. This stops any tan getting on the underside of the hands. This is the correct position. If you assume this, your clients will not need to use barrier cream. We're going to start from spraying just below the hairline, just down to the underwear line. We're going to do it in one nice even spray, about this wide, and then we're going to move across the body, so we want to do it in layers. So we want to slightly overlap as we move across. Okay, so once you've done the back and the backs of the arms, you want to move on to the bum and the backs of the legs. So when we start this bit, we want to make sure we start on the outside and we want to move our way around the leg, making sure that we do nice even strokes all the way down, stopping it just above the ankle. Okay, so once we've done the back, we've done the bum, we've done the backs of the legs, we want to do the side. So you're going to bring your client around to the side. You want your client to assume the penguin pose, which is arms straight out. So it's important that you have your client's arm closer to the body as opposed to further away. This just makes it easier for spraying. We want to start spraying just from the hairline all the way down over the shoulder, stopping just above the wrist. Then we want to turn the arm over. We want to spray from the shoulder down to the wrist. And again from the shoulder down to the wrist. You want to make sure you keep the middle of the gun on the middle of the arm. Because the gun sprays like this, it's going to create a nice even spray. We want to make sure that you don't spray onto the hand. This requires good practice and control. Okay, so we've done the whole arm and we want to lift the arm up. And we want to start spraying from nipple line. This just creates a nice barrier under the arm, which we will get later. We want to start from where we left off last. We want to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so once you've done the side of the body, you want to do the side of the leg. So we want to start here where we left off and work our way around the body in nice even sprays, and we want to of course stop above the ankle. Right, now to do the other side, spin around, and we complete this exactly how we just did it before. So once you've done the other side, you want to bring them front on so they're facing you. We want to start above the shoulder, spray straight down in one line, and then just like we did with the back, we want to work our way across the body. It's also important to make sure your clients have got their head back. This makes it easy to get down the neck as well. Okay, so once we've done this chest and the stomach, we want to start with the front of the legs. We want to do this just like we have with the rest of the body. We want to start on the outside and we want to work our way in. Once we do that, we want the client to turn their leg out. This makes it easy to get the inner leg, and we want to spray that down in one nice even stroke. This makes it easy, gets rid of any lines. Once we do that, we want to do the other leg. Okay, so once we've done the legs, we want to do the feet. Now, I've never met anyone who likes to lie in the sun and tan their feet, so we want to make sure this is nice and light. And the best way to do that is from a standing position. Alright, so once we've done that, we want to move on and we want to get that underarm. So if you put your hand up into a stop sign position, so from here, we want to spray starting about mid-arm, we want to spray straight down, nice even sprays, working our way across the arm, and then finish by going under the arm. Once we've done that, we want to move on and do the other side exactly the same. So once we've done that, we want to do the hands. So make a claw, hands down by your side. And just like feet, we want to do them nice and light. So most clients are going to want their face done. So you want the client to look straight at you, close their mouth and eyes, and you spray straight down the middle, down the side, and down the other side. And that completes the perfect tan. Okay, now that we've done the tan, we want to cover off a couple little tips and tricks. The first one is, what do you do if you overspray too much solution on the client? How do you get it off? If you do get a run like this, the easiest way to tidy that up is to grab some tissues or a blending mitt and just dab the area. You don't want to rub or wipe. If you do that, you could take away too much tan. Dabbing basically just gets rid of the excess. If it does look a little bit lighter once you've dabbed it off, the best thing to do is just apply a nice light coat over top, and that should even it out. The second tip is, how do you tan women with bigger breasts? And the easiest way to do it is get them to lift their breasts up, spray underneath them, dry them, let them down, and then start the tan as you would normally. Tip 3 is the tan lines under the bum. The easiest way to do it is to get the client to bend their knees and poke their bum out and spray underneath. This will get rid of the tan lines and give you a nice even colour, perfect for anyone who's going to be wearing a bikini. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of our training DVD. I hope you found it useful. If you do need any other information, then I suggest you jump online to the official tanman.com, where you'll find hints, tips and tricks that will help turn you into a spray tan pro.